Welcome to the Registrar General's Forum. Today we are going to discuss online resources. There's so much information out on the web that it may be hard to find what we need. Often we rely on search engines that give us too many vague hits, or genealogy databases that give us too similar names. It can be overwhelming, sifting through the various online resources, not knowing where to go for original records and which records are relevant to our family history questions. In this next forum, we hope to provide you with some strategies for finding online resources, preferably in original record format. Sifting through what is out there online with enhanced searching capabilities. Discuss how to evaluate online resources for DAR purposes, which are acceptable and unacceptable online resources. And provide some collaboration considerations that you can take home with you to possibly fire up your research when you have hit a brick wall. 20 years ago, we could have never imagined what would end up digitized and available online. There are the usual pros and cons to online resources, but all in all, it leads to accessibility. We used to have to travel to special libraries and repositories to access records, but now a vast majority of books that are in the public domain and are no longer protected by copyright have been digitized, and a larger number of vital records have been available online in original format. Not just digitized images are useful to us. Indexes to records that would normally be closed assist us in locating those elusive ancestors. Those indexes can lead us to microfilmed resources we can obtain or follow up on with original record requests to those county courthouses. Digitizing records is also a form of preservation, especially for artifacts that are weathering from years of use. Digitizing them now will enable future generations to view them. Digitization can save you money and time. Unknown records can be keyword searched, and you can search for entries from state and collections you never had access to before. Branching out from the usual databases and search terms can take your genealogical experience to new heights. Now that we have discussed some perks to online resources, let's talk about the digitization climate currently. FamilySearch.org comes to mind when I think of rapidly growing digital collections. With a large microfilm collection being digitized and partnerships with repositories worldwide, FamilySearch has an average of 10 new digital images every second, and they are currently digitizing 2.4 billion microfilm rolls. 3.3 billion record images are available right now. Ancestry.com has 10 billion historical records. The amount of index entries probably doubles that number, and this is not including items uploaded daily to the user's submitted family tree section. Other companies like Fold3 have partnerships with the National Archives, and they are digitizing those records to eventually be on the Fold3 website or searchable on their ARC database. There are so many records out there in databases, online indexes, transcribed, or abstracted. Let's look at digital storage to put this in perspective. On an average, one digitized book takes up approximately 1 megabyte of space. 1,000 megabytes equal 1 gigabyte, 1,000 gigabytes equal 1 terabyte. So to do a compare-contrast of the amounts of records out there, at RootsTech 2011, Brewster Kahle pointed out, on an average day, the Library of Congress has approximately 26 million books between the 3 buildings and the Fort Meade storage facility. If the entire 26 billion books were digitized, it would take up approximately 26 terabytes of space. FamilySearch.org is digitizing so much through their record centers internationally that their collection grows by 10 terabytes a day. That would mean that after 3 days, FamilySearch.org's digitization surpasses the entire print collection of the Library of Congress. That is a lot of records, unindexed, indexed images. Knowing how to get to those records mean that you have to be specific when searching for them. So back to those 26 terabytes of space mentioned earlier, if you saved all of those bytes to a hard drive, the hard drive would fit into a shopping cart. With all those online resources floating around indexed and unindexed on various websites and databases, we have to evaluate how we approach the usual suspects with genealogical resources online. We will consult the usual suspects and look at how we utilize them in a capacity that yields fruitful results rather than the same results each time. Use search engines to enhance capabilities and narrow down what we are looking for. Review universal internet websites that give us wider searches and lead us to other websites. Ancestry.com has approximately 10 billion images. Their search capabilities focus on easy searching of both indexes and images. This also leads to too many hits and negative evidence results, where the searching can lead to several individuals of the same name assumed as one. The default search is the wide search. A tip is to choose the advanced search option and to narrow down more and more with those hotkeys. To choose the advanced option, when the home screen for Ancestry.com opens, click on the Show Advanced under the Search button. The hotkeys are located at the bottom left-hand side of the home screen. Using those hotkeys to narrow down your search saves time and the hassle of too many entries for people of the same name. If you're interested in reading more on those hotkeys, Randy Seaver's blog Genia Musings has a discussion on them. Fold3 is the best website for National Archives records that have been digitized. They also have a partnership with libraries such as Allen County, who upload newspaper collections and also other collections such as city directories. The key to their success is partnerships that fuel the digitization of more records so that the collection is constantly growing to fit what you may be looking for. They also have optical character recognition searches, also known as OCR. Unfortunately, they also give you too many hits, and with a website that relies heavily on handwritten documents to be indexed, the OCR can go wackadoo. A tip is to use the Browse All option and then narrow down by time frame. Then you can search within the record group, time frame, or collection. Here you can see on the home screen the Browse All option is right under the Search button. By choosing the time period, for example Mexican War, then narrowing down to a collection, then year, and then within the group, and then by name, you have a narrower search that will lead to items that are more relevant to your genealogy. Archive.org, or the Internet Archive, is one of my favorite online resources that I use probably 20 times a day. Public domain books are there, and their entries are OCR searchable on sites like Google. Public domain items available include Massachusetts Vital Records books, Massachusetts Soldiers and Sailors, and Robert's New York and the Revolutionary War. They also have videos, music, and other records that are no longer under copyright. They also have a partnership with several libraries including Allen County. Archive.org encourages collaboration, and many historical and genealogical societies have begun to upload their collections to this site. Searching is easy, and if you are looking for something like Vital Records of Brewster, you can search for just that and it will be the first hit. For National Archives microfilm, you can search by roll number or use a wide search such as Hawaii Census 1900, and you will get all the entries for that year. I did a survey and found that census microfilm rolls from 1840 to 1930 are available there. FamilySearch.org has approximately 1,173 collections, ranging from vital records indexes, original records, and international records. Census records are also available. Again, avoid wide searches that lead to too many hits. Browse by collection or search within a collection within a state for more relevant entries. Now on to search engines. The most popular would be Google. Google has made searching in categories in art form when you can narrow it down by books, images, and even genealogy-related searches. Google Scholar and Patents enable you to search for a higher caliber of records. Searching in quotes can narrow down those searches in all searchable tabs. Using a tilde and then genealogy, you can have only genealogy-relevant hits. Here you can see only genealogy-related hits are produced when you put the name in quotes with the tilde genealogy after it. Mocavo is the new kid on the block, but is the world's largest genealogical search engine. The search capabilities are like Google, but you have enhanced options such as it jumps over middle names and initials if you do a search in quotes. They also email you updates to current searches when new collections are uploaded that are relevant to those searches. Here you can see a simple search in quotes narrowed down by a state. Online documents that have OCR capabilities are searched along with websites like Find a Grave. Just a side note, if you are a member of the Association of Professional Genealogists, you get a year trial for free.
These universal master directories for genealogy sources provide easy access to genealogy sources on the World Web and are a great place to begin your online research. These directories are basically long lists of links to genealogy websites that include resources and records. They are arranged in ways for easy use and access. The most popular directories are well maintained and monitored and are updated frequently. They offer one strategy for accessing genealogy information. Experiment with different directories and start clicking. German Roots was one of the original lists under the name We Monster and has now been moved to GermanRoots.com. Don't let this new name fool you. It not only includes German resources, but great American resources as well. This list is arranged by category, then by state, then by county. This Master Death Index was created and is maintained by Joe Bine, the creator of German Roots. The links on this site are arranged by state and then by locality. This is a great list to use when you are looking for death records and you know the state. Just drill down from there. Stephen Morse holds a doctor's degree in electrical engineering, designed the Intel 8086 precursor to the Pentium processor, and patented the one-stop portal for online genealogy, which he makes available at stephenmorse.org. In addition to the usual links to resources, databases, and websites, he specializes in applications for genealogy search tools. He has useful applications for the newly released 1940 census, tools for finding living relatives, and even a relationship calculator. Check out Where's Grandpa? Finding Your Great-Grandfather in One Step. Jump in and explore. Be creative when using the internet to search for genealogy information. Many records are buried deep in the web, so don't just rely on search engines to find records. It's easy to get comfortable with your favorite sites, but branch out and move beyond your comfort zone. Experiment with sites you haven't tried before. Try new strategies to locate new resources. If you're used to relying just on Ancestry.com for your genealogy needs, try one of the universal genealogy lists like GermanRoots.com or StephenMorse.org. Educate yourself on the geographical area you are researching. Check out the resources on the State Archive site, the State Historical Society site, then drill down to the county and town internet resources. Don't forget that the library systems often have valuable links and information and may even post some of their own records. There are a zillion genealogy-related blogs on the internet, and some may offer advice on just what you're looking for. Blogfinder.genealog.com is a good starting point to locate one that might be helpful. You can even start your own genealogy blog. Reach out and connect with others that are researching your particular topic or geographic area using social media and message boards to get help and share your expertise. And the best advice is to start surfing and see where it leads you. Not all of the records on sites such as Family Search have been indexed. Keep that in mind when using the search features on this site. When you view the available records for the state of Maryland, you will notice the term Browse Images, which is an indicator in Family Search that the noted records have not been indexed and are not name searchable. The images are still available if you know how to access them, and it's easy. The term Browse Images is a link, so when you see it, click on the term to get you started browsing that particular collection. The first screen you will get is the description and source information for the collection. Click on the link Browse Through to move along. This is a list of the counties in Maryland that have digitized probate records on this site. Click on the county of your choice. This image shows just a small amount of the long list of probate records available for Frederick County, Maryland, including administration accounts, administration bonds, inventories, and wills. The list varies for each county. You will have to scroll through the list to view all the possibilities. Once you locate the book of your choice, Click on the title. You will now have access to the images of the actual probate books from Frederick County, Maryland, taken from the LDS microfilm. The title page appears as image number 1. Navigate through the book by entering an image number in the box or by paging through the book using the previous page and next page arrow keys. The indexes can usually be located in the beginning or the end of each book, or even in a separate volume. In this case, the indexes for Frederick County are found in the beginning of the book. Testators are typically listed alphabetically by last name and give a page number for the record. Use this page number to locate the will, but keep in mind the digital image number and the book page number are not the same. In this case, Adam Link's will can be located on page 120. As you navigate through Family Search, keep track of your path on this line. It's easy to get lost or to forget how you found your way. This is page 120, where Adam Link's will appears. And once you find what you're looking for, you can save or print the image. Don't forget to make a note of the source citation, including book, title, book number, and pages for your records and for DAR documentation. The Library of Virginia continues to digitize their records, including Revolutionary War military records. One of their many collections is Revolutionary War Virginia State Pension Records. These images in this collection are of original, held in microfilm format. They are the Virginia state pensions, not to be confused with the Revolutionary War pensions issued by the federal government and housed at the National Archives. This is an actual image accessed from the Library of Virginia's website from the state pension record of Charles Gregory, Sergeant, 14th Virginia Regiment, Continental Line. In this record, John Winston, company commander, certifies that his sergeant, Charles Gregory, and Charles's son William enlisted in his company January 1777 for 3 years, and that both died in service at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania in March or April 1778. He made this statement on behalf of Hannah Gregory, widow of Charles Gregory and mother of William, who was eventually awarded a pension. This record can be copied or saved and is an acceptable source for DAR military service. The Shelby County, Tennessee Register of Deeds website offers county genealogy resources. The available collections are listed. Some are indexes, and you can use the information to order the original records. Some collections, such as the birth and death records, include not only the index, but the image of the actual record. Click on the title name to access the search screen for the collection where you will enter your search criteria. These are the results for Shelby County, Tennessee birth records for children with the surname Jones. Results appear in the index format. In this instance, more than just the index is available. You can click on one of the links in the image field to access the digital image of the record. You have a choice of viewer, TIFF, or PDF image. And this is the image of an actual page from the Shelby County Birth Register book, which can be saved, printed, and used for documentation for a DAR application or supplemental application. The Trenton, New Jersey Historical Society provides us with a good example of a historical society with genealogical resources. They have many resources, including transcriptions of Trenton city directories. They also have an obituary index for Trenton newspapers complete from 1901 to 1934 and for partial years 1964 to 1993. The index can be used to locate copies of the complete obituaries yourself on microfilm. There are also instructions for ordering obituaries from Trenton Historical Society for a nominal fee. The West Virginia Geo-Explorer project has taken an innovative approach by harnessing the brain trust, resources, and manpower of individual community assets such as universities, museums, historical societies, and historic parks of the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. It has forged a creative interdisciplinary coalition united in their mission to make original records available and easily accessible online. The mission statement of the West Virginia Geo-Explorer project is to create an innovative, geographically based web resource for exploring the history, culture, and architecture of West Virginia. Jefferson County will serve as the starting point for project efforts, which will later be expanded to encompass the rest of the state. Their most recent initiative is the digitization of Jefferson County, West Virginia newspaper images held by the Harpers Ferry National Historic Park, Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Previously, access to this collection was limited and controlled by the park archivist. Most of these newspaper issues are missing from the Library of Congress collection and have not been available to the public until now. This was taken from an image found on the West Virginia Geo-Explorer Project website from the Virginia Free Press, Charlestown, Jefferson County, Virginia, now West Virginia. 20 December 1849, and is the only surviving record of the marriage of John W. Nicewarner to Wilhelmina Lee, and provides proof of parentage for the bride. The types of records available online are endless, but how will you know which records are acceptable to submit for DAR applications and supplemental applications? First of all, it's important to remember that DAR evidence standards for acceptable documentation apply to sources you locate on the Internet. You can find a discussion of these standards in the DAR booklet, Application Papers, Instructions for Their Preparation on pages 11 through 12. This booklet is available on the members' website, members.dar.org, Forms and Publications, Executive Offices, Registrar General. Digital images of original records are usually acceptable if legible. The acceptability of information found in databases and indexes is evaluated by the source of the information. Where was the information taken from? So check the source information for the database or index to determine acceptability. Undocumented information is not acceptable. There are many things to keep in mind while evaluating Internet sources for DAR acceptability. First of all, databases and indexes are comprised of information abstracted from original records and may contain transcription errors. If necessary, use information from databases and indexes to order original records. Use undocumented information for clues to track down original sources. And contact contributors of undocumented material for their sources. This is a digital image of an original Delaware death certificate issued by the Delaware Bureau of Vital Statistics, found on FamilySearch.org. In this case, you could make a copy of this record and submit it with an application or supplemental application. This is a family search database titled Virginia Marriages 1785 to 1940. This particular database is not linked to images of original documents. Here we have a marriage record for John A. Link to Phoebe Ann Rock in Giles County, Virginia, on October 24, 1850. The bride and groom were both born in Giles County. The bride is the daughter of Thomas Rock. To determine if this collection meets DAR standards of acceptability, the Family History Library film number, which appears as source film number, must be used to locate the source for this database. To find the source for this LDS film number, use the catalog on the Family Search website. In the search box, use the drop-down menu and choose Film Numbers, then enter the film number from the record you just accessed. The microfilm title is given along with the author and record source. Under the Notes heading, we discover that information in this collection is comprised of records from the LDS microfilm of original records at the Giles County Courthouse. This database is therefore accepted for DAR purposes. This example of a death index is from the Illinois State Archives located at cyberdriveillinois.com. According to a description of this index on the website, this database provides listings of death certificates filed with the Illinois Department of Public Health between 1916 and 1950. Since the information in this index was taken directly from the Illinois state death certificates, information in this index is usually acceptable. However, in a search for John Jones, there are so many men of the same name that it is impossible to determine the identity of the correct man with the limited information provided in the index. Remember, indexes are comprised of information abstracted from the actual record. While the Illinois State Death Index from the Illinois State Archives is an acceptable source of documentation for DAR purposes, in this particular circumstance, the original record is needed and can be ordered with the certificate number provided. This is an example of a database in Ancestry.com titled U.S. and International Marriage Records, 1560 to 1900. This database contains a record for John Alexander Link, married in 1816 to Nancy Dust in Virginia. Source information for this database must be consulted in order to evaluate it for DAR acceptability. According to Ancestry.com, this database is a collection of records extracted from a variety of sources, including family group sheets, pedigree charts, family history articles, and queries. Since the sources for this database are not original vital records or other acceptable sources, this database is not an acceptable source for DAR purposes. Please do not send copies of records from the Ancestry.com database, U.S. and International Marriage Records, with applications and supplemental applications. Find a Grave is a website where volunteers create memorials and load tombstone photos. Information from Find a Grave must be evaluated like every other database. Tombstone photos found on Find a Grave are acceptable for DAR documentation. Only information that is legible in the tombstone photo can be used to verify an application or supplemental application. The location of the tombstone may be used for a burial location in place of the death location if that information is not known. Information posted on Find a Grave memorials that does not appear in a tombstone photo cannot be used to verify an application or supplemental. Find a Grave provides free registration, and with that comes access to their tombstone photo request feature for memorials lacking tombstone photos, and the ability to contact other contributors, which can come in handy when asking for documentation for those unproven relationships. This memorial for Mary A. Jones includes her tombstone photo from St. James Lutheran Church Cemetery in Uvilla, Jefferson County, West Virginia. Her tombstone provides a complete date of birth and death, as well as the name of her husband, Francis Jones. The information taken directly from her tombstone photo and the location of the cemetery can be used for documentation of DAR applications and supplemental applications. Mary's maiden name does not appear on her tombstone. There is no identifying information on her tombstone as to her parents or her children. The information that is not proven by her tombstone cannot be accepted for DAR purposes. Contact the Find a Grave contributor for help in identifying the sources used for her maiden name, parents, and children. Although some Find a Grave contributors focus on uploading records for entire cemeteries and may not be familiar with specific families, many focus mainly on memorials for their relatives and are happy to share research and sources. Before contacting a contributor, read their biography for their contact preferences. Family group sheets and pedigree charts do not meet current DAR standards of acceptability. Please do not send them with documentation for applications or supplemental applications. At times, they may be useful for you if they contain clues that help you to track down acceptable sources for documentation that can be used. This is a family group sheet from RootsWeb for John Adam Link and his wife, Mary Elizabeth Miller. While this group sheet cannot be used to document DAR applications or supplemental applications, it does contain several clues that can be followed to track down acceptable sources and perhaps more information about the family. One of the many clues on this chart is the name of the cemetery. You may be able to locate a cemetery record or tombstone photo to prove death and birth information. Another clue is the complete citation for a will in Frederick County, Maryland. With this information, you should be able to track down the will and obtain a copy. In fact, we already found this exact will on the internet in the previous section about locating original Maryland wills on Family Search.
Wikis have become very powerful and helpful. Wiki is a website where users add, modify, and delete content. Think of it as an accountability with the checks and balances of the World Wide Web that has been overwhelmed with misinformation, misunderstood, and uncited material. Wikis hope to put that trust back into online resources and education and make it quick and relevant. There are several popular wikis in the genealogical community that are currently picking up steam, mainly because of the large amount of collaboration taking place. If you have a specialty in a specific genealogical or historical area, think about sharing your knowledge with the community by submitting data to a wiki. Wiki can be thought of as a reciprocal relationship. You need information on a certain topic. They have the links, and then you can share your specialty with the community. Family Search's Research Wiki is updated daily with new information. Entries can be embedded with links and take you to relevant information and websites. Perhaps your chapter has transcriptions or records that you could upload a short description of to the wiki so that others can find this genealogy. Think of wikis as the new finding aids. We Relate is the world's largest genealogical wiki where you can upload your family history information and add citations. Others can search for your entry and you can collaborate with citations. The Red Book is available at the Ancestry.com wiki, and this helps with historical accuracy. Maps are also available. The source is also available on the Ancestry.com wiki for resources by state and time period. Both are rather large books, and having access to them can enhance historical accuracy and records collection knowledge.
While the DAR does not accept family group sheets and pedigree charts as documentation, don't let that stop you from sharing your family trees on the internet. Interacting with internet family trees, both sharing and connecting, is the first step to collaboration. One way to network using Ancestry is to contact the contributors for families that you connect with or for families you are researching. They appear as the owner of the family tree. In Ancestry, family trees can be connected. The Member Contact tab reveals a list of Ancestry members who share connections with that family tree. Ancestry has also designed many ways for their members to collaborate and share. Click on the Collaborate tab to learn more about this feature. Fold 3's strong suit is military records from the National Archives. Memorial pages are a well-kept secret. A Fold 3 subscription is not required to create memorials, but you must complete a free registration in order to create and contribute. Once registered, you have access to one of the most interactive genealogy sites around. Fold 3 has taken connection and collaboration to new levels. This is a memorial page for John Link Jones. Facts and their sources are entered and the life events are automatically placed on a timeline. Pictures are uploaded into the member's personal gallery and then can be connected to an individual's memorial page. Images of Fold 3 records, such as Social Security Death Index, World War II draft registrations, and census records, can also be connected to an individual's memorial page. And you can link relatives' memorial pages together to show their relationships. You can share these pages on Facebook and share them with other Facebook members who can then remember their loved ones back on Fold 3 and on Facebook using the I'm Related button. Fold 3 members can add stories, pictures, and comments to memorial pages, so it becomes a living memorial and a great way to share history across generations, especially appealing to the Facebook generation. There are so many more interactive features of Fold 3 beyond creating and adding to memorial pages. Another way to creatively collaborate is to interact with the documents themselves. This is a family photo of Mercer, Patsy, and Jackie Jones in Uvilla, West Virginia in the early 1930s. It was uploaded to a member's gallery and connected to the memorial pages for all 3 subjects in the image. The action options for Fold 3 documents and images appear across the top. The Like button mimics the Facebook feature of the same name. Members can annotate documents by drawing a box around a portion of the document and either transcribing a piece of information or by adding a name. They can add a comment, connect this document to another document or memorial page, and can shine a spotlight on a portion of the document by highlighting it. The About Image tab expands an information window that lists added features for the document or image. This photo has 3 annotations. In this case, boxes were drawn around the individuals in the photo and their names were entered for identification. Hover the cursor over the person and their name pops up. Connections can be established between documents or memorials. In this case, this image is connected to 3 memorial pages. These are just a few of the features that are available for Fold 3 records. Explore Fold 3 and learn more, then start collaborating. RootsWeb offers additional opportunities to share your family information and research. You can submit family trees, add your records to databases and record collections, participate in surname lists and message boards. The opportunities are endless. Explore the possibilities at the rootsweb.com site. Facebook is arguably the most popular form of social media on the web, and it provides infinite opportunities for networking. Most Facebook groups and pages post upcoming events, new discoveries, inspire discussion, and may offer encouragement and support. Facebook also offers a way to meet like-minded individuals who may be helpful collaborators. There are many genealogy-related special interest groups and groups for major genealogy sites such as Fold3, Ancestry, Find a Grave, and Family Search. If you have thought about it, there is more than likely a page devoted to it. If not, start one. Surname and descendant groups abound. Some are open and inviting. Others are closed to family members only, and a membership must be approved by the administrator or by another member of the group. If you can't find one you're looking for and you believe there's a niche, start your own. Many family reunions have Facebook pages to publicize reunions, to post family updates between reunions, and to share pictures, stories, and research. These groups can provide a wealth of information on their families. The National Archives and a large number of state archives, libraries, and historical societies have Facebook pages or groups. Even DAR has several Facebook pages, including the DAR Lineage Research Facebook page. The Lineage Research Facebook page is for DAR members to share research, methodology, the wheres and the hows. Sharing ideas about where to research, either in a specific geographic location, on the ground, or in the cloud repositories about specific record types such as taxes, military, religious, or immigration, even obscure records such as listing of dogs, their breed, color, and owner's name. We share information about productive research, research trips, and occasionally suggestions for future research trips. Whether one is new to genealogy research or experienced, everyone can learn from the information shared here. The Lineage Research Facebook page is not, absolutely not, used to request for or volunteer to perform any research for applications. That is only for the Lineage Research Lookup Board. And this board needs volunteers, so please visit the Lineage Research Lookup Board page on the members' website, members.dar.org, for more information about volunteer opportunities. Keep in mind that the staff of the Office of the Registrar General is not involved with the DAR Lineage Research Facebook page. Please direct all questions about this service to the National Lineage Research Chairman.
In conclusion, by finding online resources with enhanced searching capabilities, evaluating online resources for DAR purposes and collaboration, an entire world of accessible records are available at the click of a mouse.